It started with a traffic jam. On a crisp Monday morning outside Millstone, Wisconsin, cars lined up across Highway 47, horns blaring, engines idling. Commuters checked their watches, grumbled, and craned their necks to see what was causing the standstill. It wasn't construction or an accident. It was a swan. The bird stood calmly in the middle of the highway overpass, tall and brilliant white against the gray pavement, neck curved like a question mark. She didn't move, didn't flinch, just stared ahead, at nothing and everything all at once. Highway patrol arrived within minutes. Officer Naomi Reyes stepped out of her cruiser and blinked in surprise. Well, I wasn't expecting this. She tried to approach gently, whispering, "Hey there, girl. Let's get you off the road." But the swan hissed and took a single step backward, not out of fear, but defiance. Behind her, a second swan lay still on the pavement. Naomi's breath caught. It was a mate, and it was dead. The female swan had stopped traffic. To mourn, word spread quickly. Photos of the swan flooded social media. #SwanBridge trended by noon. People couldn't believe it. A bird refusing to leave her fallen partner, holding vigil in the middle of human chaos. Animal control was called, but no one dared touch her. Even hardened officers felt it, something sacred in the way she stood guard. Naomi stayed behind. She set out cones, diverted traffic, and asked the county for a short-term detour. They agreed. For now. Over the next hours, locals arrived. Some brought flowers. Others stood silently by the shoulder of the highway. No one interrupted. No one pushed the swan away. A boy named Caleb left a note written in crayon. "I hope your friend wakes up. You're very brave." By nightfall, candles lined the bridge. The swan didn't move. On the second day, rain rolled in. Still she stood. A vet named Dr. Hargrave came and examined the fallen swan from a distance. Male, looks like a wing fracture led to internal injuries. Likely hit by a truck last night. The female swan, now known online as Grace, kept watch. Then, near sunset, something changed. She bent low, pressing her head against the male's neck. She stayed there a long time, unmoving, wings slightly lifted in a soft arc around him like a farewell embrace. Then she rose, turned toward the horizon, and began to walk. She did not look back. Naomi followed her in the cruiser, hazards flashing. As Grace waddled past the bridge and into the wetlands that bordered the highway, once she reached the tall reeds, she turned to face the open water. She spread her wings. They were wide, proud, and perfect. Then, with 3 beats and a graceful run across the shallows, Grace lifted into the air, soaring over the lake, wind at her back, sun catching her feathers. The people cheered from the roadside. Others cried. Naomi whispered, "Fly high, girl." And just like that, Grace was gone. Days passed. The bridge was cleaned. Traffic returned. Candles blew out. But something had changed. Locals began calling it Swan Bridge. A small wooden sign was posted nearby, in memory of love that would not leave. A stone bench was placed at the edge of the overpass with a feather carved into it. Every so often, someone left a flower, a drawing, a note. Naomi still drives that route. Sometimes she sees a lone swan flying across the lake. She doesn't know if it's Grace, but she always slows down just in case.